to sew some masks today. I have been able to do this. My job is letting me make these masks on the clock, which is amazing. So I have a whole stack full of fabric batiks that I'm going to be putting together. I'm out of elastic now, so we have this stretchy knit fabric that I'm going to be sewing into tubes, turning right side out, and using that as the pieces that go behind the ears that attach to the mask. However, I don't have a loop turner, so I ordered some off of the Joann's app, and I'm gonna go pick it up curbside today. And I'm gonna be doing that here in just a little bit. And then I also got 2 off of Amazon before I actually got the ones off of Joann's, because I didn't think Joann's was gonna have any. I should have looked there first. And I didn't cancel the Amazon order because I figure if I have people helping me, we can always use more loop turners to turn a whole bunch of this stuff so that we can have it ready when we're ready to sew the masks. So I have 2 piles here. One is lighter fabrics that can go on the inside of the mask. I'm hoping this is light enough. And then the second pile is darker fabrics to go on the outside. These are all 8-inch squares, and I'm gonna sew one of these to one of these and then do the same method that I have been doing to actually make the masks. I'm just watching a little Farmhouse on Boone YouTube while I'm getting my handmade masks going. Hey guys, I was just upstairs sewing masks, and I just thought I'd pop on and say, hey, how's it going? We use a pressure steam iron, a steam pressure steam, whatever kind of iron, and I have to relieve the pressure every once in a while or else it kind of scares me a little bit. I'm sewing masks today. The whole family got involved to get out a huge order of 60 this morning. So we sewed all day yesterday and finally got all 60 done, and I delivered them this morning. And now I'm trying to work on some kids masks, which I haven't made yet. I've only been doing adult masks, and I'm not exactly sure what size to do these, so I'm kind of guessing, and I'm just trying to like basically take the adult version and scale it down to a children's size. I cut a 7-inch, 6-inch, and 5-inch square, and I'm gonna sew all of them together and see kind of how they look. But the earpieces I'm kind of concerned about, because for an adult mask, I cut them at 6.5 inches, so anywhere between 6.5 to 7 inches, and that's an 8-inch square. So if it's an 8-inch square and I cut it 1 inch to 1.5 inches smaller, and I'm doing a 5-inch square for a child's mask, then I would think I would want 3.5 to 4 inches. So I'm gonna cut it at 4 and see how it goes. Hopefully that they fit. I have a friend that has a couple of kids, a toddler and a 5-ish-year-old, so we're gonna see if they fit. They're gonna be my little guinea pigs. We do have another 40 masks to go. Well, probably a little bit more than that, because I have a few people that are wanting some more, or wanting some. Probably, I don't know, about 50 more to go. Then we'll see how it goes after that. I may be making more depending on if we have enough of the elastic ear material. We've been making this by hand using some ribbing that my mom and my grandma had in their stashes. So I'm gonna get to work getting all of these done. Hopefully these children's masks turn out okay. You don't want to take your kids out where they may be exposed, but sometimes you don't have a choice. You have to get groceries and you may not have anybody around to watch your children. So it's sad, but it kind of is a necessity, especially right now. Anyway, that is my plan for today. I'm going to try and blow through a whole bunch more masks. I'm going to do some really bright ones, and I'm going to do some more neutral, subtle tones so that I have a variety. I'm going to dig into my Cheez-It and M&M stash and fuel up and get going. So I am currently pressing masks. I've got my masks here and I'm pressing the pleats into them, and I'm using a really hot steam iron to do this, and my fingertips are like burning off right now because it's so hot, and I have to use my fingertips to kind of smooth out the fabric. And that just kind of got me thinking. Yesterday I had lost my thumbnail, not the whole thing, just the tip. It was a car door casualty. I was trying to close my door and it just slipped on the door handle and got caught the right way. But my nails have been kind of a little brittle being postpartum, and that just kind of got me thinking. I've been losing a lot of hair in the shower also, but I read something that said the hair that you lose postpartum may seem like a lot, but it's actually just the hair you didn't shed when you were pregnant. So I honestly can't recall if I shedded any hair when I was pregnant or not. I mean, I'm sure a few strands here and there, but not like I am now, which is a lot. And it's not as much as some people. I know some people have like handfuls that come out. Mine really aren't that bad. It's just, it seems like a lot, but I mean, obviously I still have quite a bit of hair. It doesn't look like it on the side sometimes when I don't comb it, but it's still there. So anyway, I was just curious if you guys like have experienced really bad brittle nails or hair loss or anything like that postpartum. What are some of your most interesting things that have happened to you postpartum? This is my first pregnancy, so I'm curious what I may or may not expect if we have more kids. So let me know. Okay, so here is the difference between the two different elastics, homemade elastics. So this one is the new one that we just got. It is the jersey knit, and it's 95% cotton, 5% spandex. And then this one, I don't know the content, but you can see it's a ribbed knit. You can see that it's got ribs and this one doesn't. This one is very fine, very flat. So this is a rib knit and this is a jersey knit. They both function the same. They both fit nicely. I don't think this is going to be an issue at all. It turned well, so I think we are in business. So I've already sewn down this edge here. I'm going to sew down the opposite edge, and I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then I'm going to take my pre-sewn tubes of elastic. So I have 2 of those pieces. I'm going to stick them inside, and I think I highlighted most of this on my Instagram highlight, but I just butt it up right there against the seam, and then I sew it. And I backstitch over that. So depending on your machine, you might need to give it a little help to get over that hump there. And then I reach in, grab that elastic, careful not to twist. and I put it on the other seam at the bottom here, and then I'm going to continue at a 1/4 inch and sew over that, back stitching when I get to the bottom. And then I just kind of fluff it out like that a little bit. Then I turn it around and I do the same thing on this side, only I have to leave an opening to turn this right side out. So I'm going to go down about 1/3, back stitch, cut it, grab a hold of that elastic first, careful not to twist. Then I can flip it around and line it up on this edge, back stitch, cut it, and then you have your opening to turn it right side out. So I'm just poking those corners through. You could use a corner turner. They make tools for that, but or a chopstick or something like that. My fingers work just fine. And then push it all through the hole. When you have it right side out, this is what you are left with. You can proceed to the pressing and the pleat pressing directions and then top stitch around the edges.